Overwatch currently has 4 support heroes, each with their own unique abilities. Some support characters are better than others in different areas, whether it be healing, damage, or mobility. They're all useful in certain situations, and this video is just going to be a comparison of the heroes and what they're good for. Mercy is probably the best hero for pure healing, but she also provides a good damage boosting ability as well as an extremely useful ultimate ability. She heals individual heroes quicker than any other support hero, but doesn't deal much damage. To make up for this, she has a damage boosting ability which is great for long range heroes like Widowmaker or Pharah. She can also follow heroes around and focus on their health and damage throughout the game, otherwise known as pocket healing. Pocket healing a powerful hero makes him extremely hard to defeat, and Mercy's mobility really makes this possible. Mercy is also one of the most mobile support characters because of her Guardian Angel ability that allows you to fly to nearby players. This allows her to quickly heal the entire team even though she can only heal one at a time, and also makes her hard to kill. Her ultimate ability is extremely useful for pretty much all game types because it resurrects all nearby teammates and it doesn't take long for her to reach 100% power. This ultimate ability can often save games if done at the correct time. I found Mercy really good for pocket healing and damage boosting, which is useful for applying pressure to your opponents. Mercy can easily be used for attack and defense if she's played like this, and even without pocket healing she's great at keeping the entire team at full health. Lucio is another great support hero because of his area effect healing and speed boost. He also has a very high mobility, making him hard to kill and allowing him to dart around the map. His healing effect is great in situations where your team is close together, especially on things like payload objectives. In this clip I'm just sitting behind the payload and still healing the majority of my team. When you're being shot at by an enemy you can easily escape because of Lucio's speed and mobility and go right back to the payload to heal your team. Even if you're not playing in escort game mode, he is still a good healer because he can quickly run to sections of the map and heal groups of players. His speed is also helpful at the start of games or after dying because he can run back to the objective quickly. Since it's an area of effect ability, heroes around you will get the speed boost as well. This means heroes, even tanks, get the 110% speed boost and make it back to the objective extremely fast. Lucio's weapon is similar to Mercy's and not very powerful, but it's still pretty useful. Since you're not manually healing players, you can constantly shoot at them and deal a fair amount of damage over time. The pushback effect on his weapon is also useful, especially in situations where you can push players off the map. I find Lucio great for escort game types as well as offensive assault in some situations. His area of effect healing works extremely well in these types of situations, and his ultimate is also very helpful in making a push. His speed boost is also great for getting teammates, especially the tanks, back out of the spawn and into the fight, and focusing on capturing the objective. Symetra is the only support hero that has no healing abilities, but she is the only one that provides shields. She does deal more damage than Mercy and Lucio through her main weapon and her sentry turrets. She also gives plus 25 shields to every player on the team, and they will stay until they die. You can provide the shields whenever during the game, even like in the spawn room when the game first starts, but they'll disappear if you switch characters. Her primary weapon's right click can go through Winston and Reinhardt's shields and do a lot of damage depending on how much the attack is charged. Her left click is a short range attack that locks onto players and deals very high damage, so if you can get in a close range, definitely use that because it'll take out an enemy really quickly. She also has sentry turrets which can be placed on walls, 3 can be placed at a time and 6 maximum can be placed. Opponents usually won't expect these and they can do a lot of damage if not kill them before they realize. The teleporter ultimate really makes this hero because it allows any hero to teleport from the spawn to wherever Symetra placed the teleporter. Placing this close to a faraway objective is extremely helpful and can make the game hard for the other team if they can't find the teleporter. It only has 6 uses however, so don't use it if you have a fast hero. It's better to leave it for the slow ones like the tanks. I like using Symetra for assault game types since the teleporter helps a lot for getting to the A site especially. If we lose the A site, then I find it better to switch to a different support since it's easy to get to anyways and Symetra can't heal, she just gives shields. Zenyatta is probably the most underused support hero in my experience, but I find him pretty useful. After playing him a few times, he seems to be a balanced combination of healing and damage, more so on the damage side I guess. He can launch his orbs from far away to heal teammates while still doing damage with his primary attacks, and his primary attacks do a lot of damage, especially if you charge up the right click. He has the strongest primary attacks of all other support characters, and paired with his Orbs of Discord, they can be very deadly. The Orbs of Discord are extremely useful, especially against tanks because they increase their damage taken by 50%, and it's not relative to a hero's class, so 50% to a Reinhardt would be the same as 50% to a Tracer, making it a really good ability. Zenyatta's Orb of Harmony heals the teammates for 30 health per second, which is pretty quick also considering how far you can cast them. They also stay on the player while they're moving, so it acts as a passive heal for them as long as they're in Zenyatta's sight. His ultimate is really good for pushes, especially games where you have to have a group of people to capture a point. It'll heal everyone around Zenyatta and he'll become invincible, however he can still be knocked off maps, so watch out for that. The downside of Zenyatta is he has very little health and mobility, almost to a point where he could use a buff. He only has 50 health and 100 shield, so it's really important for him to have shields from heroes like Torbjorn. I find Zenyatta really good overall except for his low health. I don't think he should be used if you don't have armor from another teammate since you would just die way too quickly to even do anything. He provides really high damage for a healer while still being able to heal the entire team, and his ultimate is also really good for pushes, similar to Lucio's ult, and is especially good for taking assault points. So that's all I have to say for the current heroes. There's not a single best support hero, which is great because they're all useful in their own situations, so it just depends on how and when you play certain heroes. Thanks for watching and let me know if you have any other video suggestions.